Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we are going to talk about the triangles of the neck. First of all, when we talk about the triangles of the neck, we have to keep in mind the borders and the content of these triangles. Triangles of the neck can be divided into medial triangle and lateral triangle. Both of these triangles again can be divided into small sub-triangles. Firstly, when we talk about the medial triangle, it can be divided into suprahyoid region and infrahyoid region by the localization of the hyoid bone. In the suprahyoid region, we can see three triangles. They are submandibular triangle, lingual triangle and submental triangle. And when we talk about the infrahyoid region, there's carotid triangle and omotracheal triangle. And the lateral triangle, there's two small subtriangles. They are omotrapezoid triangle and omoclavicular triangle. Now I'm going to make a schematic drawing of these triangles. Firstly, I'm drawing left and right trapezius muscle. And inferiorly we have left and right clavicles. They are interconnected by the manubrium. And superiorly we have the edge of the mandible. And in the middle of this structure we have hyoid bone. Now I am drawing sternocleidomastoid muscle, which separates the anterior and posterior triangles. Here's the sternocleidomastoid muscle, left and right. And we have digastric muscle, which has two bellies, anterior belly and the posterior belly, and it is connected to the hyoid bone. This is the posterior belly of, and this is the anterior belly. And lastly we have omohyoid muscle, which is also connected to the hyoid bone, and also it has two bellies, superior belly and the inferior belly. This is the superior belly and this is the inferior belly. And this is the border of the midline. Now our triangles are clearly visible. Now I'm going to name them. Here we can see two triangles. Their borders are lower edge of the mandible, rear belly of the digastric muscle and the anterior belly of the digastric muscle. This triangle is known as the submandibular triangle. So this is the same triangle in the left side, submandibular triangle. And also another triangle in between them. This is known as the submental triangle. Borders of it is anterior belly of left and right side and the hyoid bone. This one is the submental triangle. Below the submandibular triangle, we can see another two triangles. This is carotid triangle. These are the carotid triangle. And borders of this triangle are posterior belly of the digastric muscle, sternocleidomastoid muscle, and the superior belly of the omohyoid muscle. Also, you can see another triangle around the midline of the neck. These are the two triangles. These triangles are known as the omotracheal triangles. Borders of this triangle are midline of the neck, superior belly of omohyoid muscle, and the sternocleidomastoid muscle. Now we have covered up all the triangles in the median triangle. Now we are moving into the lateral triangle. Lateral triangle has two sub-triangles. They are omoclavicular triangle and omotrapezoid triangle. These triangles are paired triangles. You can see a triangle in here, and also the same triangle in left side. That is the omoclavicular triangle. So borders of this triangle are sternocleidomastoid muscle, clavicle and the inferior belly of the omohyoid muscle. And lastly, there is another triangle which is known as the omotrapezoid triangle. This triangle is the omotrapezoid triangle, left side respectively. And borders of this triangle are trapezius muscle, inferior belly of the omohyoid muscle, and the sternocleidomastoid muscle. Now I'm going to talk about the medial triangle. This picture shows about the medial triangle and the borders of the medial triangle. So medial triangle upperly bordered by the mandible and the laterally by the sternocleidomastoid muscle, and the midline formed by the midline of the neck. So this is the big median triangle, and this triangle can be divided into 4 small sub-triangles. Now this is a lateral view of these triangles, and each of these triangles contain very important anatomical structures. Now we are going to know these structures. First, we are moving to the submandibular triangle. In the submandibular triangle, we can see the submandibular lymph nodes. These are submandibular lymph nodes, and we can see the submandibular gland. And we can see the facial artery. And the hypoglossal nerve. In the omoclavicular triangle, we can see subclavian vessels. And the thoracic duct. And the fascicle of brachial plexus. In the omotrapezoid triangle, we can see the cervical plexus and the branches of the cervical plexus. And in the carotid triangle, we can see the basic neurovascular fascicle, which contain common carotid artery, internal jugular vein, and the vagus nerve. This is the basic neurovascular fascicle. In the lateral view, we cannot see submental triangle. Submental triangle, which is contain submental neurovascular fascicle and lymph nodes. In the omotracheal triangle, it contains common carotid artery, vertebral arteries, arteries and veins, and the inferior thyroid vessels, vagus nerve, and cervical ansa.